Imagine waking up one morning. You open the window, you look up at the sky, and the sun is gone. No light, no warmth, no sunrise, just endless darkness covering the sky. But what most people don't realize is that the disaster wouldn't begin immediately. In fact, Earth might continue normally for a few minutes before anyone even notices something is wrong. So the real question isn't only what would happen if the sun suddenly froze. The real question is, how long could humanity survive without it? Surprisingly, nothing would happen at first. The reason is simple. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. This means that even if the sun suddenly froze right now, we would still see it shining in the sky for about 8 more minutes. People would still be driving to work. Planes would still be flying across the sky. Everything would look completely normal. But once those minutes pass, something terrifying would happen. The sun would suddenly disappear. Not a sunset, not clouds covering the sky, but complete darkness in the middle of the day. At that moment, Earth would enter a permanent night. The sun is not just a bright object in the sky. It provides almost all the energy that keeps our planet warm. Without it, Earth would begin losing heat immediately. During the first few hours, temperatures would slowly start dropping. Weather patterns would begin to change, winds would shift unpredictably, but at first, humans might not fully understand the danger. Buildings would still hold some warmth. The oceans would still contain enormous amounts of stored heat, yet beneath the surface, the planet would already be freezing. After just one day, the scale of the catastrophe would become clear. The average global temperature would fall to around -17 degrees Celsius. Rivers would begin to freeze. Roads would turn into sheets of ice. Power plants around the world would struggle to keep cities warm, but this would only be the beginning. Without the sun, Earth has no long-term source of heat, and every passing day would make the planet colder. After 1 week, the average temperature would drop to around -40 degrees Celsius. At this stage, the global ecosystem would begin collapsing. Most plants would die. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would completely stop. Plants would no longer produce food or oxygen. Animals would begin starving. Food chains would collapse across the planet. Even the oceans would start freezing from the surface, but they would not freeze completely right away. Water stores heat extremely well, which means the deep ocean would remain liquid for a long time. After 1 month, the world would look completely different. Cities would become frozen landscapes. The sky would remain dark all the time. Stars would shine constantly above Earth. Temperatures in many regions could fall below -60 degrees Celsius. In these conditions, stepping outside for just a few minutes could be deadly. Human survival would depend entirely on shelter. Underground bunkers, heavily insulated buildings, and artificial energy sources. But even these solutions would only slow down the inevitable. After 1 year without the sun, Earth would transform into a frozen world. The average global temperature would fall to nearly -75 degrees Celsius. The oceans would be covered by hundreds of meters of ice. Parts of the atmosphere might even begin freezing and falling toward the ground. Most life on the surface would disappear. Forests, grasslands, and entire ecosystems would vanish. Yet surprisingly, life might not disappear completely. Deep beneath the oceans are places known as hydrothermal vents. These vents release heat and chemicals from deep inside Earth. Around them live entire ecosystems that do not rely on sunlight at all. Instead of photosynthesis, these organisms survive using chemical energy from the planet itself. This process is known as chemosynthesis. These strange environments already support life today, which means that even if the surface of Earth became completely frozen, life deep in the ocean might continue surviving for millions of years. Humanity might try to survive as well. People could build underground cities. They could rely on nuclear energy. They might settle near geothermal heat from Earth's interior. But the greatest challenge would be food. Without sunlight, agriculture would collapse. Growing crops would require artificial light and enormous amounts of energy. Supporting billions of people would become almost impossible. human civilization would likely shrink dramatically. But there is one surprising fact many people don't realize. Even if the sun completely froze, as long as its mass stayed the same, Earth would continue orbiting it exactly as it does today. Fortunately, this scenario is purely hypothetical. Our sun is expected to keep shining for about 5 billion more years. But here's a question for you. If the sun really disappeared, how long do you think humanity could survive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring the mysteries of space, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.